Just sit back and listen. Don't even watch me because I know it's not going to sync up. I still cannot get videos to publish off my phone now. I had no problems up until yesterday. And now it'll just say cannot publish. And then on YouTube, I go and it'll say upload failed. So what I'm going to do when I lay down is going to reboot my phone. Maybe something. So like I just restarted my computer, hoping that maybe it would not be as laggy. But I see, yeah. And I just took like 5 or 6 months ago. I took a whole crap ton of stuff up here, old vlogs, like probably 1,200 vlogs. So I freed up a lot of space. And then it started to lag. I noticed it right after Solomon was here. I need to get more RAM and have him play with it and get it going right again. I don't understand it. I would go and unplug it in the back and plug it in and see if that would help, but I can't get there. I'm a fat person. I can't crawl under the desk. Okay. First off, we had a heck of a storm last night. Heidi was cowering in the corner. I can show you my phone this time because it's not up the recording. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. That's her wedged between my bed and that desk. Laying on my power strip. I'm like, you better not turn my power strip off, I'll be mad. She was hiding in her normal corner in the living room, but Dad went outside because we have to put up a barrier so the rain doesn't come rushing into our one side room. And as soon as he got up and went out the door, she came running in here, got closest to me because I was sitting on the bed right there. She was just shaking. Dad's like, I'm afraid she's going to have a freaking heart attack. Because she just, the older she gets, the worse she gets. I got up. First off, I called my insurance people. Because when I called to make my appointment for my knees, they're saying, yeah, they take Blue Cross Blue Shield is what I have. Even the camera's freaking me out over here. But when they're like, well, did you buy through the marketplace? I'm like, yeah. She says, well, some of those we don't take. And I'm like, what's the difference if I'm, whatever. So I called my insurance today, and I told her what they had told me when I booked my appointment. And she's like, what's the doctor's name? She looked up her system. She goes, yeah, he's in here to accept our plans. It should not matter where you purchased the plan from. You have this plan, and he's covered according to your plan. And so she says, when you go there, give them your insurance card, and if they try to give you any kind of guff, say, I just talked to the Blue Cross Blue Shield people, and they said, run the claim. If they don't pay the claim, I'll come pay and get a receipt, and then I'll do a claim for myself. But she said to have them run the claim first. And they said they would, but when we got home, I had a call from them, so I think I'm going to have to have that conversation again with a new person. Because by the time we got home, they were closed. So I have a feeling that's going to be a fight on my hands tomorrow. The girl I talked to at Blue Cross Blue Shield was awesome. And we talked about I told her I was interested in getting a scooter, and I had talked to my doctor about that when I went and got my blood drawn and all that. And my doctor said to talk to my insurance people and see if I need a prescription just from her, or if I have to be referred to a specialist, or I have to go through physical therapy, or what they need. What kind of prescription from what doctor would they need for that? And she's like, that's a good question. And she looked at my plan, and she's like, you just need to get a prescription from your regular doctor for a scooter. And she emailed me, there's 3, what was the name? You have to get it from one of their pre-approved durable medical equipment supplier. And for us, there's like the Scooter Warehouse, which is one of them, and another place which I've never heard of. Those two are in South Bend. I'll probably go to Scooter Warehouse. And she said I take that prescription to them, and So instead of my scooter costing like $3,000, it might only cost like $500 or $600 because insurance will pay for the bulk of it. So we'll see how that goes. But she said, yeah, in your plan, we should cover your a big percentage of your, because that's considered a durable medical supply. So she was just so nice and helpful, and I have her email address now. Her name was Kelly. She's like, you had a lot of good questions. I'm glad I could help you. And so it's always nice when you get a positive feeling from people on the phone, unlike calling Comcast, who half the time I want to strangle someone. Just saying. So then I got to the doctor's office, and they tried to do the whole, we don't take this one. I said, well, I talked to them, and they're like, okay, we're going to take your word for it. And they made a copy of the front and the back, like I said, but now I think I'm going to have to talk to them. And the doctor came in and shot my knees, and he was very happy that they've lasted. I got mine done the last time in February of 2012. There were my lovely needles right there. It looks like milk, like a milky substance they put in your knee. And my worst knee, my left knee, there's a certain bend point where it just felt like an electric shock was in there. That's slowly starting to go away now. It's still very painful, but I can tell it's percolating, which is good. I probably won't notice a big difference for a couple days. That's how cortisone always works in me. There are some people who can get an immediate relief. I'm not one of those people. But he did tell me, he goes, how about next time when you know it's coming, make the appointment if it's been 1.5 years and 2 years, and not wait till you get to the point of you can't get around. I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm stubborn. He goes, I know. But he said, you're doing good on these shots. I like Dr. B. He's awesome. Even though he was running way behind, he never makes you feel rushed. He'll talk to you. Like, we were out in the hall after he talked to me. Dad asked him a question about Notre Dame lacrosse team, because where I go to, they take care of all the athletes of Notre Dame if they have any kind of injury or need shoulder surgery or knee surgery or whatever. So they're big Notre Dame fans there. And lacrosse had just played in the finals, and Dad's like, hey, did lacrosse win their game? And he's like, no. And they talked about that for a minute. And he didn't even make us feel rushed then. And we were getting ready to leave. He goes, well, you guys have a good one. Nice seeing you, Stacy. And I really like him. So hopefully it'll be a little while before I see him again. Yeah. And then we get out and we look at the sky. We're in Indiana, and then we look north towards where we live, and it looked horrible. I'm talking bad, like dark, like something bad was happening. So we went to Aldi because Dad wanted to pick up something for the Legion. And when he came out, it started to rain. We got down the road, and we had to pull into a parking lot because it rained so hard you couldn't see. It was dangerous. Probably we sat there for 15 minutes in the parking lot waiting. They probably got a good 1.5 to 2 inches in about 15 or 20 minutes. It just poured. And I called my doctor's office here while I was sitting there. Couldn't do anything because we were just sitting there. He was calling somebody, so I'm like, I'll call my doctor's office real quick. And I left a message saying, could you get a message to Dr. Tammy that all I need is a prescription from her? Because we talked about it, so I got to call them back tomorrow too, because they called and I wasn't home yet. Probably saying that the prescription's there to be picked up. So I have 2 medical calls to make tomorrow. We finally got home. When I called the doctor's office, I'm like, by chance is it raining there? She's like, it was pouring. I'm like, yeah, we're in South Bend, and it's pouring here. And my dad always freaks out because the rainwater coming into the side porch. He needs to call the road commission again, because when they redid our road years and years and years ago, they pitched it wrong, because we used to not have that problem. I was just frozen, wasn't I? Am I going to sound like a demon? I don't care. This is what you get. This is all I got right now, people. And he's called and complained a couple times, and they've come out. They've never fixed the situation. He has to go out and put up a barrier and try to direct the water another direction, and if it rains really hard and they can't keep up with it, it still floods their one side porch. And I said, that's not right. I said, if it was one of their homes, it would get fixed. It sucks that we have to worry about it when we used to not have to worry about it. So, I've complained about that before on a video, and it still chaps my buttocks. Alright, I don't even know how long I've been talking, because it doesn't tell you how long it is. So on a roll, Dad should be home soon for bingo, and I'm getting ready to lay down. I just took my medicine. Now I'm going to chill. Thank you everybody for the kind words on Facebook. I posted on Facebook right before I left because I was nervous before we left. I have a rolly chair in the kitchen, and I gone over to the where the two steps are going out to the side room. And Dad's like, well, I'm going to go to the bathroom before we go. And I'm like, okay. And as soon as he went in the bathroom, I did the stairs because he gets so nervous and scared. And so I got down the two steps, and there's a wheelchair that Lemonette had given me one year at South Tube, and that thing has come in handy. Handy. So I had to get in the passenger seat today, just because I couldn't bend my knee a certain way to climb in on the driver's seat, how it was arranged. Made me. I'm not a good passenger driver in my own car. Just saying. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. So, I made it. That's all that matters, I tell ya. Okay, bye.